Sai Ram. Most of you would have heard the name of Shirdi Sai Baba. In case you have not, kindly search for him online and read up about him. Better still, if you know Hindi, watch the movie Shirdi Ke Sai Baba, which is available to be seen freely on YouTube. Shirdi Sai Baba today is one of the most popular and well recognized deities or gods or gurus that exist on planet Earth. It is estimated that there are more than 40,000 temples dedicated to Shirdi Baba, and he is revered in more than 100 countries across the globe. Well, that is bound to happen because divinity cannot be hidden, divinity cannot be covered up, divinity cannot be suppressed. It just expresses itself and spreads across the globe. Whether it is Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Zoroaster, Shirdi Baba, our beloved Swami Sathya Sai Baba, the glory, his story, which is history, cannot be suppressed. Among all these special advents of divinity, the Sai avatar is special and unique because it comes as a three-part series. The first being Shirdi Baba, the second Sathya Sai Baba, and the third yet to come Prema Sai Baba. Well, if you're interested in Prema Sai Baba, there is this video that was made some time back and you will get all the details in it in the link above. Now, it should not be surprising that Sathya Sai Baba did a lot in order for people to become aware of Shirdi Sai Baba. For instance, do you know that the first ever idol of Shirdi Baba installed in a temple was at Gindi in Madras in 1949? And yes, it was Sathya Sai Baba, our Swami, who inaugurated that temple. Not just that, even the movie that I referred to, Shirdi Ke Sai Baba, if you go to the credits and see who has produced the movie, it shows Sarla Shah Productions. Sarla Shah was the wife of Shri Indulal Shah, who was one of the key devotees in building the Shri Sathya Sai organization. This movie has been directly supervised and produced by Swami Shri Sathya Sai Baba, and Manoj Kumar and the other revered actors who were part of this movie came to Brindavan, Whitefield, Bangalore, and the first ever screening of the movie happened there, after which it was released to the world, and this movie has played a large and magnificent role in spreading awareness of Shirdi Baba. However, among all the contributions to Shirdi Baba that Swami has done, the most interesting, the most mysterious, the most enigmatic one is revealing about Shirdi Baba's birth and childhood. It is so fascinating. The avatar is an enigma wrapped in mystery, and the story of the birth of the avatars is always fascinating. And therefore, it is with great joy that we celebrate the birth and childhood of Shirdi Sai Baba as narrated to us by Swami. It was the Dasara festival of 1990, the 28th of September to be precise. During his divine discourse, Bhagwan surprised the entire audience by revealing that that particular day, the 28th of September, was the birthday of Shirdi Sai Baba. Not just stopping at that, he went on to reveal intimate details of the birth and childhood of Shirdi Baba that left the entire audience spellbound. Many years later, this story was also converted into a teleserial by the veteran and great actress of Telugu cinema industry, Srimati Anjali Devi, as Shirdi Sai Parthi Sai Divya Katha.
Shirdi Sai Parthi Sai Divya Katha.
Let us dive into the story right away. Our story begins in a small village called Pathri in the now Parbani district of the state of Maharashtra in India. Back then in 1835, there lived a very religious and pious couple. The husband's name was Gangabhavadya and the wife's name was Devagiriamma. They were worshippers of Lord Shiva and they would worship the Lord sincerely and dutifully every day. Now, this couple did not have children and they kept praying to the Lord in all love and sincerity to grant them children. One particular day, Gangabhavadya had to stay out of home late in the night for work. That night, as Devagiriamma awaited her husband's return, she heard a knock on the door. Thinking that it must be her husband, she rushed and opened it. She found that there was a very old and frail gentleman who was standing at her door. The night was chill outside and it appeared as if there was a storm brewing. The old man told Devagiriamma, "I am so hungry and tired. Is it possible that I can get a little bit of food?" This was the India of yore, the Bharat that was steeped in traditions and was extremely conservative. A woman would not interact with another man unless her husband was present. But Devagiriamma's heart melted seeing this old man so hungry. She told him, "Just wait here, I shall get you some food." She went in. She wasn't from a rich family, so whatever was there at home, she gathered the food and offered it to this person. This person blessed her. She went back into the home and decided that she should call it a day and sleep because her husband had not yet come. Maybe he would return the next day morning. She again hears a knock on the door, and this elderly person who is outside says, "I'm so sorry to trouble you, my child, but I'm in great pain. I'm very tired. I'm finding it hard to sleep on the floor outside. Would you kindly massage my feet and allow me some place to sleep inside the house?" Now, this was something terrible for Devagiriamma. She was stuck between the horns of a dilemma. Should she perform her duty as her wife, or should she perform her duty as a host? She did not know what to do. She tells the old man just to wait for a few minutes and goes in and exits the house from the back door. She goes from house to house, different people in the village, asking them whether they can help her. Unfortunately, or shall I say, as part of the master plan, there is nobody ready to help her. She comes back home and prays to the Lord. She says, "Lord, guide me what I should do now. My heart bleeds for this person, but how can I allow another man in at night and when my husband is also not at home?" Even as she is wondering like this, there is a knock on her back door. She opens it and there is a woman here. And this woman says that, "I am traveling to the next village. It is very late in the night. Could you give me some shelter and some food?" Devagiriamma says, "Definitely, please welcome." But then she says, "I have another problem though. There is this elderly person," and she tells the entire story to this lady who has now come. The lady says, "You know what? It is my profession to take care of people. I would be happy to nurse this man back to health. And see, when it comes to seva and service, there is no need to see gender, high, low, child, elderly. Nothing needs to be seen. When the heart is selfless, we can do seva." With that, the elderly person, the old man, is invited into the house, and this lady who has come, she starts serving the old man. Devagiriamma is happy that both of them are happy. She goes to lie down. That is when she has the most beautiful vision of her Ishta Devatas, the deities that have captured her heart, Shiva and Parvati. This old man and this lady who is now pressing his feet turned out to be Shiva and Shakti, Parvati and Shiva. and they tell Devagiriamma that we are very happy with the devotion that you have, with the service that you do, and the way you took care of us. And they bless her. Then Parvati tells her that you have been craving for children, right? I bless you with a son and a daughter, a son who will take care of you and a daughter whom you can give away in marriage, and therefore be happy. Now Shiva tells her that I myself will be born as your third child. Wow, what a blessing! And then the deities vanish. Both Shiva and Parvati are gone, and Devagiriamma wakes up the next morning lying down in the altar. She is in a state of confusion. She doesn't know whether that was a vision or whether that really happened, but she is in a state of great bliss. She narrates to her husband, Gangabhavadya, all that had happened. He is not ready to believe her. He thinks that his wife had been hallucinating. The husband finally believes his wife's story when a son and a daughter are born and his wife is pregnant due to deliver for the third time. The wife is certain that this is going to be a boy and it is going to be the incarnation of Shiva as Lord Shiva had promised. At this point in time, though Gangabhavadya is very happy and pleased at his wife's fortune, he is filled with remorse that he has not had the darshan of Shiva and Parvati. And therefore, in a bout of extreme detachment and a bout of extreme devotion towards his God, he says, I shall not rest till I have had the darshan of Shiva and Mother Parvati. With that, he walks out of the home. Being a dutiful wife, Devagiriamma too follows him. And it is said that her first son and then the daughter were taken care of by the neighbors. This lady, in the final month of her pregnancy, is following her husband through the forests. She is unable to keep up with him, but he is in that extreme detachment and dispassion, and he is just walking. He is walking with the determination of a devotee, the determination that either I will see my Lord Shiva or I will drop down dead. Unable to catch up with him, in the forest, Devagiriamma delivers the third child, the embodiment of Lord Shiva. But she is not having the wherewithal to take care of the child. Knowing that the child is divine and knowing that it has a divine destiny, she abandons the child in the forest and follows her husband to salvation. Now this is the child that grows up to be Satguru Sachidanand Maharaj ki Jai, Shirdi Baba. It was the 28th of September 1835, and this baby is found by a fakir and his wife. This fakir and his wife did not have children, and they adopt this baby boy, and for 4 years, from 1835 to 1839, Shirdi Baba grew up at the home of this fakir. The foster parents often faced a lot of troubles because of some peculiar habits of this little boy. Now, this was a period in time when there was a lot of fighting going on between the Hindus and the Muslims, and India was being torn apart by Muslim kingdoms and Hindu kingdoms, each fighting each other, fighting on the name of religion, and of course, all of these were seeds of discord sown in by the invading Britishers who wanted the whole country to be disunited so that they could take over and make it a colony. In such scenario, this little boy would go to the temples and say Allah Malik, Allahu Akbar, and he would go to the mosques, to the masjid, and chant the name of Rama and Shiva. Shiva is Allah, he would say. Rama is supreme, he would say. And both the communities were very upset with him. This fakir and his wife did not know what to do. So very hesitatingly, they went and left this child in an ashram. He was a very wise and spiritual being, and everyone in the region revered and respected him as Venkusa or Venkavaduta. And it is under the care of Venkusa or Venkavaduta that Shirdi Baba was from 1839 to 1851, when he made his first appearance at Shirdi as a 16-year-old. That story is well documented. He comes for the wedding of the Chand Patil family after locating his horse for him, stays in Shirdi for 3 years, then leaves and goes to some other place only to return back to Shirdi in 1858. And from 1858 till the time he gave up his body in 1918, Shirdi Baba stayed at Shirdi. Dear brothers and sisters, Swami made these revelations on the 28th of September 1990. After that, within a decade, a lot of activity and a lot of research happened, and today, if you go to Pathri, there is a lovely temple dedicated to Shirdi Baba, and it is called the Shirdi Baba Janmasthan Mandir. That is the temple for Shirdi Baba at his birthplace. Of course, there is a lot of debate raging because people in Shirdi and the Shirdi Sansthan says that no, Shirdi is possibly the birthplace of Shirdi Baba, because in the Sai Satcharitra, Hemadpant says that nobody knows where Shirdi Baba came from. Of course, nobody knows, but Shirdi Baba definitely knows, right? And for those of us who are convinced in our heart that Shirdi Baba and Sathya Sai Baba are two Sais, the two parts of the trilogy, well, we know for sure that Pathri was the birthplace and this is the childhood of Shirdi Baba. So, on 28th of September every year, we celebrate Shirdi Baba Jayanti, the birthday of Shirdi Ke Sai Baba. It would not be out of place to conclude this video with a humble tribute and salutation to the wonderful parents Gangabhavadya and Devagiriamma, who brought Shirdi Baba to this world, who were instruments of God to bestow Shirdi Baba to the world. And of course, our humble salutations at the lotus feet of Satguru Sachidananda Maharaj, Shirdi Ke Sai Baba. May our love for Swami, may our love for Baba keep growing stronger every passing moment. May we spend all our life contemplating on the divine stories and glories of Baba. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.